Hello, welcome to the Echo Tips podcast. It's good to have you all with us this week. We're going to be dealing with educational topics that may be helpful for you young ones or you parents with young ones. How can you get help with school? Where are the skills that are connected with school and K-12 things and education in general? Where are those things where kids can learn, museums and the like? We're going to look at two different commands that may help you with those very things. But before we get into that in any sort of detail, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast, and then we will be right back. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Well, hello again and welcome back to the podcast. It's good to have you all with us this week. For our new listeners, I'd like to welcome you. My name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill here in Southwest Virginia in the USA. It's good to have you all here, and because of both of you, both the new listeners and the returning listeners, we have over 100,000 listens to the podcast. So we really appreciate that. But at the tail end, we'll mention some ways you can reach out to us with thoughts, suggestions, and we need all the help we can get. How do we do this, David? How do we do that? What about this new hardware? We'd love to hear your feedback. We'll mention at the tail end of the episode some ways in which you can do that very thing. And you'll find new listeners that our podcast, we try to keep it 5 to 15 minutes long with those types of topics. Okay, so today we're going to delve right in. If you have an echo in hearing distance of my voice, by all means, shut its ears off because I'm about to start dropping the A-Lady name and I don't want to trigger your echo at home. So give you a second to do that. As usual, you're always welcome to pause the podcast and then just resume if that's easier. Because golly, I got to tell you, those echoes can hear you from all the way across the room. I'm here in hardwood floors at home with our new studio set up here. By the way, I'm working on the audio in here too, so we'll be cleaning that up here in the near future to get a better sound and whatnot. Okay, so, and there is construction going on next door, so if you hear that, I apologize. Okay, so here's one I'd never heard before, but I think it's kind of like an easy way to like run a quick search on skills that are school related, and all you have to say is, Alexa, help me with school. It's pretty basic.
You bet. I'm here to help.
Ooh.
I've got lots of ways to help with school.
Yeah?
Which would you like? Learning skills, educational games, or study break? Or you can ask for more options.
More options? Maybe? I don't know.
The
That's
last
pretty
one
good
I
options.
have is family games. Want to try that one?
No.
That's all I have. Would you like to hear the options again?
Yes.
Which would you like? I have learning skills,
Learning skills?
educational games, study break, or family games.
Educational skills.
Sure, educational games. Master Swords is one of the most
that's a
played
good
games
one.
this week.
That's a good one.
Would you like to try it?
No.
Do you want to try 1, 2, 3 math? It's rated 3.8 stars by over 2,200 people.
No. See what else we got.
Next, do you want to try State Capital Quiz?
No. I would fail that.
Do you want to try the Queen's Mathematician? It's rated 3.9 stars by over 200 people.
Yes. Curious.
As you wish.
Oh,
Here's
boy.
the Queen's Mathematician.
Ooh, got jingles. I like it.
Mischievous elves have kidnapped the Tree Queen and hidden her somewhere in the Treehouse Castle. To keep her location a secret, the elves have installed a series of charms throughout the vast castle that can only be unlocked by you.
Of course.
For best mathematician, to rescue the queen,
That's me.
you must face a set of math challenges.
Okay.
Are you ready? Yes or no?
Yes.
The
Well,
moon
fix
is
the
high in
plumbing.
the night sky, and the air is still
Okay.
as you cross a glittering stream to the wooden castle door.
That's why.
Etched on the door, you see your first challenge. Counting by 5, what number comes next in this series? 35, 40, 45.
50?
Nice, you're in.
Ooh, I like sound
You set
effects.
forth to free the queen. You
Yeah.
enter a dark hall, dimly lit by candles and a glowing swath of phosphorescent slime. You
Alexa,
see 3.
stop.
Thank you for playing the queen's mathematician. Goodbye.
Alrighty, there you go. So that's curious. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And hey, learn something new every day. That's a neat way to kind of triage if you're just trying to get exposure to something. That was something I had never heard that skill before. And so both you and me all learned something new about educational skills. Here's another one, neat one. I don't know if this will be available in your neck of the woods, but it is available in mine. And that is connected with museums and places of learning where kids can learn about local things and history and, art, whatever, museum that you have that's specializing in different content. So I'm just going to ask, Alexa, what are some nearby museums?
I found a few nearby options. There's Minton Historical Society MSM, 1.1 miles away on East Jackson Avenue, Roanoke Pinball Museum, 3.3 miles
fun.
away on Market Square Southeast FL2, and Virginia Museum of Transportation, 3.7 miles away on Norfolk Avenue Southwest.
That's a cool one. All right, so it just gives you a little bit of an idea. You could triage that, and you just never know what you might come up with. Some of those I would have not thought of. I'm not too sure the Pinball Museum is really that educational, but it's a lot of fun. All right, anyway, so I'll bring this episode to a close, and it was a pleasure having you all with us. It's time to turn those ears back on, start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. If you have some questions or thoughts or things you'd like to hear more about, or just like to reshare our podcast or say how much you appreciate it, you can reach out to us on Facebook or Twitter at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys. You're welcome to email us as well at info@goodwillvalleys.com. Just say it's about the podcast, the Echo Tips podcast, and that will find its way to me. And lastly, and I rarely ever mention this one, you can even send a voice question or topic at anchor.fm, and that's our podcasting host. Anchor is ANCHOR.FM, and that's a cool way that you can submit questions or thoughts as well in voice form. So super duper. Well, like I said, it's time to turn those ears back on your Echoes, start practicing those things and educational skills, and learn a thing or two. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. Let me tell you a bit more. Let me put on my official sounding voice. Ahem, ahem. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Phew! Thanks for listening.